John Bones Jones has announced his retirement from the UFC, and now we can finally talk about his legacy. Is he the GOAT? Has anyone ever done it bigger and better than him in the UFC? I think it now becomes easier to answer that question because, in my opinion, all of the GOAT contenders so far in the UFC and MMA in general are already retired. If you take into consideration that Conor is probably out of the game, Anderson Silva has retired, GSP is retired, and Khabib is also retired. I think those are the top GOAT contenders, along with Jon Jones, obviously. I think there are a few aspects that come into play when you're making a GOAT debate, especially in MMA. The record is very important. It's also important to compare who was better in their prime. Was it Jon Jones? Was it Conor? Was it Khabib? I mean, Khabib is an undefeated record, but does that give him the edge over Jon Jones, which, in my opinion, was the most complete fighter? Who had a better impact for UFC over the years? Was it Anderson Silva? I mean, Anderson Silva in his prime was unbelievable to watch. It felt like he was untouchable. You know, he beat some of the biggest names in the sport. So now we're left with the question, who is the GOAT? I think there are a couple different ways to make this analysis, both in UFC and any other sport, because in my opinion, there's a difference between the greatest and the best. For example, in tennis, in my opinion, the greatest is Novak Djokovic. He won the most. But the best is more up to discussion. Was it Rafa? Was it Roger Federer? It's more up to interpretation. So in UFC terms, you might say Khabib was the GOAT because he's undefeated. But the best ever, in my opinion, was Jon Jones. Jon Jones in his prime, I have never seen anybody fight like him. I mean, opponents were afraid of him, respected him to the max. The guy is an absolute unit, and he was just an all-around complete fighter. So my opinion is that, yes, Jon Jones is the UFC GOAT. Let us know in the comments what you think.